This story is called The Great Imposter. You are the great imposter. Dare I say, a compulsive liar? You produce representations that masquerade as one that projects reality, but you are a sham artist. You have a way of tricking the eye and making us all susceptible and excessively wary of your images. Your reflections are a hoax, and you force us into rationalizing and explaining away our faults. I cannot pretend to like your depictions, and I consider you an unsympathetic and insensitive perjurer of my likeness. I am overly suspicious of your replicas, and cannot pretend any of your angles are flattering. Who are you, O trickster? Why, the camera, of course. Clearly, I do not look like that in real life. Undoubtedly, this photograph is a counterfeit portrait of me. I look 20 pounds heavier than I was last year, and I believe you have cheated me into believing I am not photogenic. That is the only explanation. Who but you could make us apologize repeatedly for herself? I am appalled. Well, all right. So true confession time. I do have an overabundance of clothing in my closet that I can no longer get into, but I won't be melodramatic about that. I cannot account for that outcome except to say a few extra desserts after dinner might be the culprit. I don't want to make excuses for myself, but what's a gal to do with all that stress? Clearly, I was justified for taking every last bite. I suppose I am rationalizing, and there is no polite way to say it. I look fat because I am fat. Insulting as that may be, there is no other way around it. I'd prefer it if the camera was not so ill-mannered toward me, but the truth hurts. I have tried to rack my brain into determining how to fit back into my clothes. Those unwanted pounds won't melt away easily, but abstaining from sweets is poppycock, sheer hooey, and a bunch of gobbledygook. It is utter absurdity to imagine denying myself an after-dinner delight. To disallow myself such an indulgence is just blah, blah, baloney. Sugar has become my favorite coping skill. Nothing else can alleviate my burden the way it can. I can feel the strain, tension, and anxiety leaving my body with every luxurious, rich, extravagant morsel. So here's my strategy, and I'm sticking to it. I plan to avoid the camera altogether, thereby enjoying my sweet tooth and pretending I do not need to go on a diet after all. Photographs aren't for everyone, but surely sweets are. My new motto: indulge yourself. Just say no to smiling and saying cheese for the unforeseeable future. I know I will. I look a lot like last year, sung the tune of It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. I've concluded I am not photogenic. Kodak's not for me. Did the angle of that bad shot, added by pounds or not? Whose double chin is that? How can this be? I assure you I look a lot like last year, and not 1 pound more. Oh, those photos, they simply lie. That's my final alibi. I have not gained weight. Of course, my clothing sits deep in my closet, never to be forgotten with woes. As every girl knows deep within her own heart, she'll soon fit back into her clothes. And all the while she asks herself, what does the camera know? She'll be wearing those clothes, I tell you, shortly. Maybe by next year. And the truth that she can't negate, cameras simply add on weight, well, at least 10 pounds, where they can't be found. Well, okay, I don't look a lot like last year. Perhaps nobody knows. Just a few old unsightly pounds, strategically placed around, will turn to cellulite for all to see. But what's worse, when I try to take those pounds off, I will lose my breasts. For what every wise woman knows is her weight loss only shows where she don't want less. Screw it all, I guess.